In this video today, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process by which you can utilize covert hypnosis and get some good results right away. Whether you're going to be testing this on friends, people you've just met, partners, loved ones, it doesn't matter. The effects are just as powerful once you understand the structure of how it works. I'm going to be showing you a very simple technique on how to do it. So stay to the end so you can get all the benefits from this video. Covert hypnosis is utilizing these language patterns and hypnosis techniques without the people knowing what you're doing, which means you have a little bit of an advantage, especially if you understand hypnosis and how hypnosis actually works. In this video, I'm not going to go into too much depth about hypnosis, but you can check out my other videos if you want to have a more in-depth understanding. So let us begin with the step-by-step of covert hypnosis. The key to making covert hypnosis very successful is confusion. Being able to use confusion. Because hypnosis is really about guiding a person out of their logical mind and guiding them into a low-level trance where they go more into the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind. And one of the most effective ways to do this is by creating confusion in the person's mind. When you create confusion, the logical mind can't keep up with what's going on. It says, I don't know what to do. And boop, it goes on vacation. And then the unconscious mind opens up. And the person becomes highly suggestible to your commands, to your suggestions, to your guidance. Because hypnosis is all about capturing and leading a person's imagination and utilizing direct command language. Do this, feel this, get this, understand this. Once you create confusion, which I'll share a few techniques with you now, the person goes into the suggestible state where they're open and receptive to what you're going to say next. And the unconscious mind doesn't have a mind of its own. It doesn't know the difference between good and bad, wrong or right. It's just open to direct commands. So first you create confusion, then the unconscious mind opens up. Then you give a direct command of what they're going to feel, what they're going to see, what they're going to make sense of. So you've got to learn to speak in this direct command language, very direct guidance. So you're guiding their mind to an outcome. You're guiding them to a specific state of being, which you need to be clear about beforehand. So let us get into the confusion. Number one, in order to create confusion, you have to say something that kind of puts too much work on the conscious mind, almost like too much to handle. And I'll give you one or two things you can use right away. Obviously, I'm not going to give you my juiciest trance-inducing tips. If you want that, check out my course. I go into a lot of depth. But one of the things you can do is quotes. I like to use quotes. Quotes is a very great way to induce trance, because trance is all about, I'm not talking. It's someone else expressing the information. That is trance. Nothing's coming from me. It's coming from another party. So it's always about something you read, something you watched on TV, something a friend said. So when we use quotes, we create this dissociation on what's going on. But if you want to create real confusion, what we do is we stack quotes. We quote multiple quotes at the same time. So we talk about a book we were reading, and in that book, there was a person who was talking and he said. The key is that when the listener loses track of who's talking, they go into this state of confusion. They don't know what's going on. And in that state, they surrender and they let go to the unconscious mind to take over. So one of the most powerful forms of quotes you can utilize right now is stacking quotes. And are you ready for this? Because this is extremely powerful and it'll work immediately every time you test it out. So what you're going to do, I'm going to do it with you first, then I'm going to explain. I was having an interesting conversation with my brother, and he was saying that his roommate's daughter's sister was saying that when you can just listen intently to what someone's saying, it's almost like the rest of the environment can disappear. Everything can go completely still, and you can become fully focused in this moment, open and receptive to what's being said. Okay, stop. Did you get that? So what we're going to do is we're going to quote 3 quotes. So my brother's uncle's friend was saying, my sister's mother's brother was saying. When we start stacking quotes like this, the person loses track of who is talking. And when they lose track of who's talking, it creates this momentary state of confusion in the person's mind. And that is when the person opens up and becomes receptive to what you're going to say next. And the next part of what you say must have direct commands in it, must guide them to a specific outcome of what you want to achieve from the interaction. So first step, we create this confusion. The person gets confused, and there's many different techniques to create confusion, many techniques. Check out my course if you want to know more. And then the second step after that is we want to go into direct language. So what they're going to feel, what they're going to see, what they're going to make sense of, what they're going to understand, depending on your outcome. So say, for instance, I want this person to feel a connection with me. Maybe it's a guy or a girl. I'm going to stack quotes. They're going to go into this altered state because then they're going to lose track of who's talking. And then I'm going to lower my volume by 20%. Start speaking a little bit slower and start using a bit of resonance. I'm going to start speaking from my solar plexus. So we want to modulate. We're going to lay on these quotes, and then we're going to shift our tonality, our pitching, our pacing, our pausing, which already will fractionate the person into a different state of mind. And then we're going to lay the commands on the person. So I'll do it with you now, from the beginning. I was having an interesting conversation with my brother the other day, and he was saying that his roommate's mother's daughter was saying that when you can listen intently to when someone's talking, and you can just focus yourself completely in this present moment, the rest of the environment can disappear. And it's almost like you feel this strong connection to this person. Like there's this cord of light that begins to glow with the warmth of this connection taking place. And you might even be able to imagine a time in your life when you were just feeling this incredible connection with someone. Maybe it was the sound of their voice that just captivated you completely, or it's the color of their eyes, or the shape of their face, or the energy this person was giving off. But as you become aware of all these things, you start to feel this incredible energy building between you and this person. And it's the kind of feeling that can open you up to exploring all the things you've been missing. Okay, stop. So I don't know if you caught it there. I did this quoting, create the confusion. I'm sure you felt the confusion. Let me know if you did. In the comments below. And then I went on to give commands. I said, as you listening intently, the rest of the environment disappears. Command. Listen intently, rest of the environment disappears, becoming fully focused in the present moment, because I want to draw the person into the present moment where it's just me and them. The rest of the environment disappears completely, just me and them. They become open to me, receptive to me. And then I said, then you start to feel this connection with this person. And I used some metaphor. Metaphor is extremely powerful to utilize in hypnosis. I said there's this cord of light. And as it begins to glow with the warmth of this connection, you might even be able to become aware of all these things. So I just started guiding the person through descriptive command language. This is a very powerful part of hypnosis, and especially covert hypnosis. So we create this introduction, create confusion, and then we start laying on command language, what we want the person to do. And what I wanted them to do in this interaction was to become fully focused on me. I wanted the rest of the environment to disappear. I wanted them to imagine there's this cord of energy between me and them. There's a warmth of energy between us, flowing between us, feeling this connection between us, feeling like you know this person, or there's this like chemistry or this magnetism that just draws you closer to this person because it's the sound of their voice. I even used my voice, I used the energy, I used the color of my eyes, I used my face. And you'll notice I spoke vaguely, but I gestured towards myself. So therefore the unconscious mind links it to me. I didn't say it was me. I was talking about what someone else was saying. Remember I said my brother was saying that his sister's friend's daughter was saying that. And then I started this descriptive language, but I was connecting it to me vaguely through my eyes, through the energy. I shut off the rest of the environment. I brought the person into the present. I got them feeling this amazing connection to me as they were opening more up to this information that I'm sharing. And I don't know if you've ever listened to information that captivated you completely. It's kind of information that could change your life when you see yourself using it and practicing it. And I wouldn't suggest you go out and test this information right away. You might just find yourself getting fantastic results. And I know you will get fantastic results. So if you enjoyed this video, practice these steps. Step number 1, create confusion. Step number 2, step in with direct command language. Be very vague with your language, but linking it to yourself. Be clear on what commands you want to utilize. Very, very vague. Be very clear on your outcome for the communication, and you will definitely see incredible, incredible results. Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you enjoyed it and you got value out of it, consider subscribing to my channel. Consider liking the video if it really helped you. And if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, check out this video and this video. It will give you great understanding of how hypnosis works and how you can become more proficient in your communication with people to create stronger connections and to leave people feeling absolutely wonderful. Thanks for tuning into this video. Have a hypnotic day further.